All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful features in Adobe Experience Manager, Experience Fragments. Now, I know they can sometimes be a little confusing, but don't worry. Today, we're going to break down exactly what they are, how they work, and why they could be a total game changer for your content strategy.
But first, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You've got a big seasonal promotion coming up. You've spent ages getting that banner on your homepage looking just right, and then that sinking feeling hits. You remember you have to do the exact same tedious update on 9 other country sites, or maybe a dozen different landing pages. It's painful, right?
You know, this isn't just a minor annoyance. It's a huge scalability issue. It's what we call the content consistency problem. When you're trying to manage a brand across tons of digital touchpoints, doing everything by hand just completely falls apart. It just doesn't scale. And the stakes are actually pretty high here. This isn't just about wasting time. It's about delivering a single, unified brand experience to your customers. You want them to feel that consistency whether they're on your website, your app, or seeing your content on a partner site. Any inconsistency can really start to erode trust and water down your message. So what's the fix? Well, this is where our hero of the day comes in. It's a feature called the AEM Experience Fragment, and it is designed to tackle this exact problem head-on. So what in the world is it? Put simply, an experience fragment, or an XF, as you'll hear it called, is a reusable piece of content that bundles everything for a visual experience into one place. We're talking the layout, the styling, the text, the images, all of it, wrapped up in one single, easy-to-manage package. Honestly, the best way to think about it is as a mini web page section. It's like a self-contained, fully designed block that's ready to be picked up and just dropped anywhere you need it. It's perfectly styled and ready to go right out of the box. And when I say it's a complete package, I really mean it. Inside an XF, you've got the whole shebang. The layout, the style, the text, the images, those all-important call to action buttons. You can even have entire hero sections. Basically, any AEM component you can build a page with can be part of an experience fragment. It's a true visual experience, not just bits and pieces of raw content. Okay, this brings us to probably the biggest point of confusion for a lot of people. What is the difference between an experience fragment and a content fragment? They sound so similar, but trust me, they are built for very, very different jobs. Let's keep it simple. Experience fragments are visual. They are styled, reusable blocks of your user interface. Remember that mini web page section idea? Content fragments, on the other hand, are pure, structured content. They have no layout. Think of it like raw data, neatly organized in a spreadsheet, just waiting to be sent anywhere. This table really breaks it all down. Let's look at the key differences. For purpose, XFs are for those visual blocks, while CFs are for that structured, headless data. For the editor, you use the familiar page editor for XFs, which marketers know and love. But the most important difference is right here: contains components. XFs get a big yes, while CFs get a no. And that means the layout and style are baked right into an XF, making it absolutely perfect for things like banners, promos, and CTAs. Okay, enough theory, let's get practical. How do these things actually work in the real world? Let's take a look at experience fragments in action. You see them used all the time for things like reusable hero banners for big marketing campaigns or standardized sign up now blocks. They're amazing for keeping headers and footers consistent across a whole family of websites. They're also the backbone for personalization offers in Adobe Target, and they're perfect for sending consistent content out to your website, a mobile app, and even in-store kiosks all at once. The most crucial point, the single biggest win here, is this idea: update once, deployed everywhere. You go into that main experience fragment, you change the text or swap an image, you hit publish, and that change is instantly reflected everywhere that fragment is used. It's all about moving faster and freeing your team up from that boring, repetitive work. And you know what? Getting started is surprisingly easy. You just create a special folder for your experience fragments, make a new one from a template, and then you build out the layout with components, just like you would on any other AEM page. You can even create different variations for different channels. And once you're done, you're ready to use it absolutely anywhere. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've covered a lot, so let's get to the final verdict. When you're standing at that fork in the road, how do you decide whether to use an experience fragment or a content fragment? Here's your checklist.
You should use an experience fragment when you need a reusable visual components, when the content has to have a specific layout and style baked in, and when you want a really friendly editing experience for your marketers right inside the AEM page editor. It is your go-to for multi-channel consistency and for creating offers for Adobe Target.
And just as important, when should you use a content fragment instead? Well, you'll choose a CF when you're dealing with pure headless data that's going out through an API, or when you have raw text or data that doesn't need a fixed layout. A perfect example is sending product information to a mobile app's native interface, where the app itself is going to handle all the styling.
So there you have it. Experience fragments really are a game changer for creating consistent, beautiful content at scale. They bridge that gap between raw data and a finished visual experience. So the real question to think about is, how could reusable visual blocks like these totally transform your content strategy? That's all for now. Thanks for joining me.